Malaysia, welcoming. It's people alike and yet so different. A mix of race and culture, modern but still blessed with natural beauty. One of Malaysia's precious jewels is Langkawi, sun, sand and sea. Traditionally thought to be cursed by a beautiful local woman who was tragically framed for being unfaithful, Langkawi, which was originally an agro-based economy, is fast becoming tourism-driven. As Langkawi is a duty-free island, it is truly an oasis of the seas.
It's a career change for me.
To me, it's a new adventure.
Dia mencukir bakat rider-rider Malaysia.
So for me, it's the adventure that I enjoy.
You come to Malaysia, to Langkawi, and then you have a great race in the end of the season.
A lot of fun, sunny place, and I think one of the most beautiful places in the world.
I think it is an opportunity for riders from Europe and from North America to come and race in a climate and in conditions that they've never seen before.
Since 2010, Langkawi has become a host not only to tourists, but to an international sporting event, the Langkawi International Mountain Bike Challenge. What started as a 2-day event grew to 5 days, and for this year, LIMBC 2012 is bigger and better. LIMBC would not have been possible if not for the tireless work of its founder, Dr. Malik Maidin.
2010, we have a 2-day race. So one day sanctioned by UCI, another day that we make it like a fun ride. We can see that 2011 also, we will jump from the national race to be an international race. 2012, we're going to be full sanctioned by the UCI, and then we can see that a lot of international rider and team also coming. A few of world ranking, I mean top 5 in the world, so we here. So that's how this LIMBC will grow.
Termed as the world's hottest mountain bike race, each stage will be a test, challenging riders' skills, physical endurance, and their mental strength. And the offer of $125,000 as prize money is the highest ever offered for a mountain bike stage race and is definitely an added incentive. Kicking off the 6-day race is the prologue, where Langkawi's iconic Eagle Square is the starting point. Each rider will go through a short but furiously fast-paced individual time trial, taking them through Legenda Park before returning to Eagle Square. The rider that clocks the fastest time in each of the 4 categories will wear their respective LIMBC race leader jerseys. One of the riders taking part this year is no stranger to the race. Runner-up of last year's challenge, Barry Stander, is a South African Olympian who grabbed 5th spot at this year's Olympics.
I think this year the depth of the field will be much better than last year. We've got some European guys coming out, some really strong American guys. So I think the racing up front is going to be much closer this year. It will be a battle between maybe 3 or 4 guys. Not just 2 guys like last year. So I actually think the racing will be very hard. Looking forward to a strong competition. I think the terrain here in Langkawi suits me very well. I think I'll more aim for certain stages. My overall fitness isn't as high as it usually is in the season.
Joining Barry in the race this year will be his wife, Charisse. Charisse, who was originally a roadie, switched to mountain biking and is excited to race in her first international MTB race.
I'm very excited. This whole event, Barry has made quite a big hype of it. Just to have the opportunity to do an international race with him, I think it's going to be really nice, and I'm really looking forward to it. Unfortunately, my technical skills aren't that great yet, and I haven't ever ridden against any international competition, so I am scared of that, but also nervously excited. But yeah, Barry, he's helped me a lot, and he's encouraging me just to go out there and try my best. But he's not the main reason that I am in it. I am in it because I love the sport, and I think it's really a fantastic thing.
Barry and Charisse got married just 3 months shy of London 2012 and are giving it a few years before starting a family.
I think we'll give it about another 4 or 5 years before we start talking about it. And then we'll see what happens in our careers by then, if I'll continue riding or not.
Now, after the prologue race, we enter stage 1 the next day, where it will start and finish at Legenda Park. This course will give the riders an overview of what they'll face over the following days. Though on paper the course profile does not look too difficult, careful restraint is required by each rider, and riders who are not used to the tropical heat of Langkawi will rapidly dehydrate as the elements of heat and humidity play a part on the course.
So this is Carlplatz's Blackadder Team 29er from Bulls. We have fast tires, and then we bring some special mud tires for rainy conditions and muddy conditions. On the gear we have on the front 38 chainring and 26 at the small one. So we ride in front 2-speed and then the back 10-speed for some flat tracks without big hill climbs and stuff. We have another crankset option with a 40 and a 28 chainring in the front. In the back we always ride the 11 to 36.
The challenge awaits, a first-timer on our shores.
I don't have very many expectations of the race.
Our local rider can experience to compete against those world-class rider.
Thanks for staying with us. The world's hottest MTB race is back, and I don't mean the weather. For the 3rd year running, the Langkawi International Mountain Bike Challenge has grown bigger and more nerve-wracking. LIMBC 2012 offers a total prize purse of $125,000 and is open to 4 categories of rider: the Men Open, Women Open, Masters Men, and the last category, Senior Masters Men. For the first time in history, LIMBC became one of only 10 mountain bike stage races worldwide to be included in UCI's international calendar. After the prologue in Stage 1, Stage 2 moves to the Geopark sections, located northwest of the island. Here, the riders will face their first severe test at Buffalo Park, when they'll go through a long, steep climb of up to 500 meters. They will also be tested on their bike handling skills at Talaga Harbour, where a fast and technical descent awaits them. Now, doesn't that just about take your breath away? Though faced with grueling and tough circuits, LIMBC has attracted many riders from all over the world, and riders from over 20 countries have confirmed their participation this year. You can expect an exciting and exhilarating race. Last year's LIMBC overall winner for Women Open, Natalie Schneider, and overall winner for Men Open, Carl Platt, will return to defend their respective crowns. And as there are more world-ranking riders taking part this year, you can bet that both defending champions will face a tough race. As you can see, it's literally the cream of the crop in the world of mountain biking. Taking advantage of this opportunity to ride alongside top riders is local mountain bike team Chiru Endu Race.
Our local rider can experience to compete against those world-class rider. So from there they could learn maybe a bit from what they experience during that race.
As for these Chiru Endu Race riders, even though they've never won at LIMBC, they used the 2010 and 2011 races to gather much-needed experience and tips from international riders.
Kami sebelum ni hanya berlumba dengan local rider. Jadi bila LIMBC ni tarikan daripada international, jadi kita boleh jumpa yang top ranking rider daripada luar. Dari situ kita boleh belajar macam mana nak tackle dia orang, lepas tu cara kayuhan, cara berlumba, dia punya stamina. Jadi situ kita dah tahu lah level antara Malaysia punya rider dengan international. Tahun lepas kita banyak untuk mendapatkan pengalaman, tapi untuk second time ni, untuk tahun ni kita akan target lah habis-habisan lah. Banyak yang kita boleh belajar, salah satunya daripada skill, endurance, kemahiran kita nak berkayuh. Memang dari situ kita akan belajar lah daripada top rider yang ranking world class ni.
Kalau ikutkan training yang betul, race mungkin boleh sama level. Tapi kena banyak post lebih pergi luar lah. Kalau training kat Malaysia tak ada race, memang jauh beza antara rider pro dan rider lokal.
Next part of the race, which is stage 3, is referred to by many as the Queen stage because of the grueling circuit. Apart from 3 large laps of a 27-kilometer loop for the men and 2 laps for the ladies, riders will have to go through multiple steep climbs and twisting descents. The many highly technical sections with few recovery zones pose a fearsome test even for the most experienced riders. Another Olympian taking part in this year's LIMBC race is Todd Wells. Wells, Bury Stander's teammate from Specialized Team, is a first-timer in Langkawi, and we caught up with them as they were playing golf at the stunning 99 East Golf Course.
When we're on the road together, we try to play golf. You know, if the opportunity presents itself, we're there to race, and that's our main goal.
We're just out there to have fun. I think we have definitely a bit more rivalry on the bike, although as teammates, even on the bike, our rivalry is not too strong, but I think on the golf course it's even less.
And I think we have some great equipment for the courses here. We have our 29er Epic bikes, which are pretty light, full suspension bikes, and they're very efficient. So I think if anything is our advantage, it's our equipment.
Mechanical-wise, we're on a good foot, and we don't have to worry too much about having mechanical difficulties.
As a first-timer, Wells is cautiously optimistic on what he can expect during the race.
Anytime you're riding a new track, and especially at race pace, it's always challenging. And if it gets wet and rains, you know, it makes the rocks and roots even more slippery. So I'm sure the course and the race will be plenty challenging. I don't have very many expectations of the race other than I'm sure it's going to be hard because all the people here racing, they're great riders, and it's always hard whenever they're here. And I think that it's going to be quite hot too. I think that the heat will be good for me, but then I'm also generally pretty good in the rain, so either way I'll be happy.
Before LIMBC 2012 officially starts, a jamboree is held to give local enthusiasts a chance to experience a world-class course, plus to ride alongside top mountain bike riders from around the world.
There's one section on the course which is really hard. It'll be interesting if they can all ride it.
It makes you suffer sometimes a bit more than normal.
Welcome back. The The Langkawi International Mountain Bike Challenge has made a gigantic leap in terms of its status, and this only on its third year of existence. This year, the LIMBC 2012 has been selected as one of only 10 mountain bike stage races worldwide. With a UCI Class 2 stage cross-country race status and world ranking points on offer, the 2012 edition is proud to be included in the international calendar of the governing body of mountain biking, the Union Cycliste Internationale. LIMBC is now one step closer to reaching their aim of being sanctioned as a Class 1 stage race. Now, for the riders that survive Stage 3, they can breathe slightly easier in Stage 4. Stage 4 is an Olympic distance cross-country race around Langkawi Geopark. The circuit takes the riders through the heart of Oriental Village along the Elephant Paths and Telaga Waterfall. Each category lasts for 90 minutes. Last year's LIMBC overall men champion Carl Platt will be back to defend his title. Platt, currently world number 10 in marathon ranking, is a four-time winner of the notorious Cape Epic race in South Africa. No one has yet to beat that record.
It's great to be back in Langkawi, and it's been last year a great atmosphere here. I had the experience of last year. I now know how it feels to win that race. For us Europeans, we don't get used for that high humidity. But in a kind of way, I like this weather because it's warm, and it makes you suffer sometimes a bit more than normal.
Aware that there is more competition this year, Platt, however, is not deterred.
This year it's going to be more tougher, and yeah, it's good for the competition. It must be exciting. Last year only Barry and me were fighting against each other, and maybe this year there are 5 or 6 guys. There's Fabian Giga, there's Todd Wells, Barry Stander, Max Knox, Florian Vogel. So this year it's a big world-class event. So all the good pro riders from the world are here in Langkawi, and they want to race. If I see a chance maybe to get the jersey, the yellow jersey, I will try it. But you never know before the race what's going to happen. It's a little bit different to last year's race, because last year we had a hill climb and a cross-country race. But this year it's more point-to-point races, and more like you go in a different terrain which you didn't see before. So it's quite interesting because yeah, you have to improvise a little bit, and that's nice. I like that kind of racing. After a race, normally because you're so tired, you have to relax. After you eat and have a little bit of drinks, for sure you have a nice massage and relax your tired body after a race, because you have to race the next day.
And last but not least, Stage 5, a stunning beachfront finale around a short circuit at Pantai Kok, is a new addition this year and will definitely present interesting challenges. The course is a condensed short circuit of 1.7 kilometers and will likely be a flat-out sprint. Now, before the race can even start, the governing body of mountain biking, UCI, will make a thorough inspection of each course to make sure all is in order.
All looking good so far, yeah. So we checked the cross-country course, which is stage 4 this morning. And it's very challenging. It's, there's a section after there's a river crossing over a bridge that they've built near a waterfall. And the section after that is the hardest part of the course, which is really, really hard. It'll be interesting if they can all ride it. I think you'll see some of them will have to be covered on foot a little bit. A little bit depends on the weather. If it's wet and muddy, it'll be too slippery to ride. So that'll be the hardest part for sure. I think it's just an opportunity to have an international race in a place where we've never had one on the UCI calendar before. We've never had a stage race of this size and this presence on the calendar, and I think it is an opportunity for riders from Europe and from North America to come and race in a climate and in conditions that they've never seen before. The organisation here have done a great job to bring their event onto the international calendar, and they've got really big ambitions. You know, they want to have a round of the Marathon World Series, and they want to develop the stage race. There's 3 or 4 big stage races in the world, you know, North America, Canada, South Africa, Europe, and I think if LIMBC can join that group, then it'll be great for Asia, because I think they need to have a big event on their calendar. And I think it's important that we have a good event here, and I think we've got the right guys organising it, and I think we've got a very good field of riders for this race. Some really good international riders, some of the top 10 in the world are here. And I think if they can go back, if they enjoy themselves and they have a challenging race, they can go back and spread the word that this is the place to come in the future. Then we'll see this race grow. You've got a big population in Asia. You've got a great climate. We've got great, amazing mountains and amazing scenery. There's no reason why it can't be one of the best races on the calendar for sure.
Welcome to Langkawi and have fun.
Saya target lah untuk the best international punya kategori dengan Malaysia.
Kita buat yang terbaik lah, memang untuk orang cakap push sampai habis lah.
You know, last year I raced hard and I finished second, and so yeah, I would like to win.
I think the cross country, I think, is going to affect me. I do run and crash a lot still, so yeah, we'll see how that goes.
This is my first time to Langkawi, and Burry told me great things about the race, and you know, I've seen the pictures and heard the stories, so I'm excited to be here and experience it for myself.
I'll be looking to do as good overall as I can, rather than doing well on, say, one stage. I'll be looking to try be good overall for the whole race.
Looking forward to the race.
When we can handle 1 or 2 stages in the front, that would be great, yeah.
And on that note, we end the first episode of LIMBC 2012. Tune in next week to catch the riders in action as they literally go through blood, sweat and tears for the ride of their life.